Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for being here. I'm Linda Israel, and you've joined my live stream here on YouTube. It is July the 13th, 2026. Let's see. I've been working on an oversized journal. It's basically 12 by 12 pages, each one, and the theme is pink and blue due to one of my friends asking me to do that for it. If you would, throughout this video, do speak up in the chat. Let me know who's here, what's going on. And if you have a question, put it in all caps. Let's see. When this video is over, if you could leave a comment down in the comment section, tell me what you thought about today's video. Of course, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends. And of course, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Invite your friends. All right. Pardon me, I'm having allergies today, so I took some Benadryl a little bit a while ago, but I should have taken it sooner because it just crept up on me right as time to live stream. Welcome to Julie and Margie for being here today, and Jennifer. Thank y'all for being here. If you're shy, I understand. I think they do have a raffle started, like y'all need more junk books, but you could type !raffle to get in that free little raffle. All right, so I've been working on this journal now. This is the 5th airing. My goal is between today and next Monday, I want to finish this journal. I printed a cover using my UV printer and I forgot to bring it home. So we're not going to get to the cover today. I know that, but I'm trying to get as much of the pages that I have left to complete done. So, pardon me. So basically I've got my foundation page here and I'm going to look at it for a moment. So I have completely glued papers on the other side. So this is a lot sturdier. I used book pages that I just kind of glued together to make it fit the size I needed. And some of these book pages are kind of thin. So I found that it's easier to just paste over them. This is just my substrate, if you will. And so I'm just going to add papers on top, collage, and then make my little thing. Oh, yes. Yes, I saw your comment. Let's say a little prayer for Michelle, our friend Glitter, as we call her. She is suffering of a headache today. So please keep her in your thoughts and prayers and everybody else in this live stream. I know that Margie said she's been not sleeping very well, so maybe she just needs a little prayer to help her with her sleeping. If any of you others have something, just feel free to share in the comments. But let's keep it upbeat and positive and helpful and friendly, okay? All right, so I've got multiple book pages here, and so I was kind of going through my stash, and I found this blue daisy paper. And I was thinking of positioning it to where we had a little bit of a border of the book page behind. And then I can't decide yet. So I've got this shade of blue that I was thinking of putting a pocket down here on the bottom of the page. I also have this striped paper. I'm kind of thinking I like this paper. And I was going to put this on top. And or maybe even put a piece of lace. And I've got a label, and this is a stamped ticket and a stamped flower that I have watercolored. And then I've got stuff to put in the pockets. So I'm not real sure. I don't feel like I have to cover this paper in the background. I'm just trying to decide if I want to add color to it. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is let's just distress the edges of this daisy paper. Isn't it pretty? I am assuming that this was a paper that I bought because I found a whole stack of them together, and then I found some in other places. I'm like, why aren't those with these? Okay, so I add a little distress inks to that. Okay, I think I don't want the stripe. I think I like this blue going across the bottom, that it just complements it. So what I need to do is cut this piece, and it's not super thick. So instead of backing it with another piece of paper, I'm just going to score about 1/2 inch from the edge. And then I can just fold that over. And I want my pocket to be, all right, that's 3, it's 3 inches. Maybe we could just go on out to, is 4 inches too much? Let's do 3.5. So it'll be 3 once I do this portion. You know, that's what I should have done in the first place, was just fold that over instead of sit there eyeballing it, trying to see, is this right? Is this right? Is this right or that right? So just fold it, then go to the 3.5 inch mark. I think that'll work. I've got a scrap left over. And we're going to add some distress inks to this piece. Thank you so much, Margie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just love using color, you know, and it's the brown vintage look has been popular for quite some time now. And I was looking at something the other day and I like that, but I would want to add more color. It's the first thing I say when I see something, and I don't ever want to say that publicly to someone, you know, oh, I like your thing, but it needs more color. Well, that's just kind of rude. So I just keep that comment to myself. In fact, I'll show you. I didn't even remember. I did my own nails again, so let me get a little better background. And so if you look there, every single one is a different color and has a different pattern on it. So I made them all different. I have a skirt that I purchased. I've been wanting one of these skirts forever from this little shop that's out at the mall. And we went there a week or so ago now. And I bought this multicolored skirt that was made with strips of sari silks. And it starts at the waist and goes down in strips. So it's really a long, and then it just flows out. Well, I decided I wanted to make nails because I'm going to wear it probably tomorrow or Wednesday. That I kind of match the skirt, you know, all different colors. Thank you. All right, so I've got that top portion is smoothed out. So I think what I want to do is, this is going to go on here. I need to glue this piece down. So I'm just going to get my glue, and I'm going to glue this down. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't flip the keyboard. It might get mad if you turn it over. Then you won't be able to find the keys. I know on my phone, it's like, I did not type that word. I did not type that sequence of letters. Why is it doing this to me? Who else feels that way? I like this bright blue. All right, so do we want to put this down and then at the same time, do I want to put the lace below that? I could put the lace on top of that. And then I was going to put, I may get a tiny postcard out too, but I was going to put these flowers and this little label on here. Like, I think layered on top like that. It's already mad at you, Margie. Well, quit making it mad. Keep a cool head. This is Henry says, technology hates me. And I hate technology. It's like, that's not what I wanted to do. Why won't you do what I want you to do? So just moving a little bit of a border. You don't have auto corrupt. You just a corrupt keyboard. I don't have auto corrupt. I have a corrupt keyboard. Oh my word. All right, I'm just going to cut this a little bit shorter than. There. Okay, that'll look good. Cooperate, please. Thank you. So I don't need this. I'm going to put that in my little basket. And we're going to get some beacon. Let's see if I need to clean the nozzle. Maybe a little bit. All right, let's see if that's enough glue. Okay, there we go. Okay, I got to in my head all of a sudden. I was so concentrating on what am I making? What am I making? And I think I need maybe the tiny postcard. I saw one of those earlier. Is it this one? Oh, there they are. I thought maybe that might look kind of cute. And then we can get a word phrase. I've got a little label. I don't know if it should go out the end or here or up there. Words. How about celebrate your creativity? I think I like that look. We love you. Love you lots. Thank you, Julie. You like the lace? Your cat has learned to bark. She kind of, one of my friends was telling me that, you know, the sounds that a cat make are more, what is the word? They have more complex sounds than a dog does. And then I sit there and I watch Dante and some of the little vocalization that comes out of him. I'm like, what? And he's so smart because we've got a couple of dog toys. He just recently found one of Hercules's old toys And it's a green plush, soft fiberfill dragon. And Hercules loved these little plushy animals that we would get when we would go to PetSmart here in the United States. And Dante found one the other day, and the noises he makes while he's playing with it, I'm like, what? But now if we say, hey, Dante, go get the dragon, he will stop playing with the toy that he has and he'll go get the dragon. He knows where it is usually. If he doesn't, he kind of looks around for a moment and then he finds it and he's like, oh, here I am, here I am. It's hilarious. He knows outside. We put a talk button by our back door, and it's basically a big button that the dog can put his foot on, and then it makes a noise. Well, I recorded outside, and when he wants to go out, he will go hit that button, and we'll say, okay, here we go. And sometimes he wants to go out to get into trouble, and he hits that button a lot. Critters are smart. Critters are smart. Okay, I like this. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down as a pocket on the page. This was a scrap of scrapbook paper that I have for the pocket. And then that lace is from, I think, the Positive Vibes journal. I don't know if I used blue in the Peacock, the Royal Peacock journal. I can't remember. I thought I used purple. Just trying to smooth this out. Get it glued down. Okay, so I've got a few things to put in the pockets. We need to glue this down, so I'll glue that up here. Put it up here in the corner. Oh yeah, and I got to get some bling out, so I'm putting it on my counter, so it's right here. Your cats were boring. Funny. Jennifer says 2 of her 3 dogs know their toys by name. Isn't that funny how they learn that? Timmy thought he was king of the whole neighborhood. How funny. Like the Bobby. You have always talked to Cuppy, and I think that it helps to make an animal understand you. Bling! We're going to put some bling on here in a moment. I agree. I think that is true. That, any critter, you speak to them. All right, so this was a folded piece of paper to make look like an envelope. And I think what I want to do is set this over here to the side. And these are all the little components I want to put in the pocket. I was trying to keep from losing stuff. So this would be a finished card. And this one's a finished card. And then I had this little faux envelope. And I thought it might be kind of cute to make it look like it had postage on it. I don't know if I want to put that on there. But I do have a rubber stamp here. If I remember where I put it. Is it in here? That's not it. Well, of course, now that I'm sitting here thinking about the stamp I want to use, it's not where I thought it was. Is it in here? It's not. Oh, here it is. I found it. I found it. It was right here all along. I found it. I found it. It was right where it belongs. Okay. So I have this rubber stamp, and I'll stamp it on a piece of scrap paper just so y'all can see I got one that's clean enough. Here we go. And I think it'll look kind of neat because it has an address on it. So just kind of. So if I put this on here, yeah, let's just do that. Okay, I'm going to glue this piece down so it looks like fake postage. Okay, and then I'm going to ink this up, and I'm going to kind of overlap it. There. So now it's got the address here, and then I've got this little label that I can put in the corner. Okay. Ah, that's funny, Margie. They learn with the spelling of the word because they're so smart. They know, if you keep repeating something every time an event happens, then they're going to say, oh, I know how to do this. I know what we're doing. I'm going to put that right there, I think. It's funny. I've been trying really hard to break Dante of thinking that when I get up that he needs to follow me. So right now he's in the other room, so taking his afternoon nap. But a lot of times he'll get up when I don't want him to. So I need to, there's a technique where you're supposed to put him on a leash and then basically say, you're not punished, just stay there. Okay, I like that. I don't know if I want to put anything on the back, but I think that looks kind of cute. All right, so let's lay that over here. So next I have, this one is just all ready to go, but I have a thinner piece of paper here, and then I have a piece of blue cardstock here. I guess I should move this back out of the way. Yeah, but I'm a cat. What do you expect? I don't have thumbs. We always speak for Dante and say, that's why you're my human servants. You have thumbs. Okay, so we got this piece. I'm trying to decide if I just want to add a little decoration in the corner like this. I thought I had earlier a piece of music, like in a strip. Maybe I need a piece of blue on top of that. I have, I don't know. If I cut that off, does this need, oh, there we go. That's what we can do. It's just back this piece. And then we'll have a large journal card. How's that? What is the stamp on the envelope? You would ask. It's a postal collage. It was a Beeline design stamp. And I shared it a lot when I first started selling Beeline Designs rubber stamps. It's just one of those favorite things that I'm glad I have it. A lot of things I have regret for buying over the years, but most of my rubber stamps I'm pretty happy that I have. And I think what I'm going to do is cut this off. Oh wait, it goes this way. Nope, not too far. Yep. All right. Let's look at this now. We'll add some distressings to the bottom. Oh, yeah? Didn't expect you to do either, servant. Still expected you. Isn't that terrible? That's how they are. I don't think I have enough on this one. Okay, I like that. And I think just kind of... And then we have the front and the back. So I'm going to trim this one. Okay. And we need to add distress there. Okay, so now just glue these together. I love that, we have all these stories about our pets, whether they are current or past. All these memories that we have from creatures that do not live as long as that they deserve. Many of them deserve to live longer than us just because of their companionship that they provide. All right, this one, go right here. Now, do I want to do some stamping? Maybe. We could, we have this stamp and we used it on but I don't know if I want that. Let's see. Oh, I've got the henna rose. Okay, I'm going to try this. And then glue these together. You could go a further step and get a stack of papers to put behind here and make this a whole little notebook. Okay, I like that. I think what I want next is some words. I know y'all make fun of me when I do this, but don't forget to fly. Oh, pardon me a moment. I got to answer this phone call. Hello? Hello, sir. How are you? Sorry, everybody. I had a phone call, and it's about my car. The guy is repairing it. A new guy is repairing it, and he thinks that he should have it running by Thursday. And then he just told me he was going out of town. So I don't know. I have talked to my husband if we're just going to plan to be there Thursday, or if we're going to have to wait until next week to go. So I think he's texting me information now. I think I'm going to put this down here. Okay. There we go. Okay. He's sending me a bunch of messages. All right, that's causing me problems. I'm back. I need to check. He sent me a whole bunch of messages. So he's showing me parts that he replaced and put in a new one. Okay, there we go. Got that. So, yes, I still have these little pieces that I didn't use, but I might here in a moment. So put this away. And let's drag this back over here. All right, so this is the other side of the page. I've got this large oversized card that I thought would look good in there. And then a little bit shorter card. This one. And maybe the envelope like that. And then I just saw it. What did I do with it? Look at this. Should I put a butterfly? I think that butterfly would look good right there. So I'm going to put that up there. I'm back. You're going to finish the journal for me, Margie? Well, come on. All right, we didn't put bling on yet. So let's see. I guess we could put some bling up here and there maybe. So I'm going to pull out some pieces. Here we go. Scissors. 1, 2, 3. Let's do 3. All right. I guess you can see. I think let's put one down here. And then one up here. Oh, don't stick down there. Okay, one up there. And then maybe one over here. I'm just going to put it on the butterfly. We added bling. All right, put this back in the container. All right, we're going to do some work on this side now. Going pink and blue, blue and pink, back and forth. Here we go. Oh, thank you so much, Margie. You're so sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so here's my pile of mess that's going to go on this page. So, let's kind of look at what we got. I've done this before already once, but I feel like I want to do it again. This is just a piece of music, sheet music, and I've got a calico collage image. And then I have another one of these printed doilies that have color. So I was thinking of kind of making a collage all over. And then, where is it? I have a pocket It was a scrap piece of scrapbook paper that was cut off of another project a while back. And when I was digging around, I saw it. And I thought, well, that might be a good pocket. So my thinking was to put this down and then put this as a pocket over the top. And then I have this rubber stamped rose. I know it's a little bit too pink, maybe. I don't know if I should tone this down because we do have a little bit of pink here, but the rest of this is a little more muted pinks and red more so. What do you think? Do I need to alter this? And then I've got a little label we can put on the page. And then I've got some elements to put in the pockets. These came printed, Margie, and you can print them if you can adhere them to a temporary paper so that it'll run through your printer. But no, this was something that was commercially printed. That's what the words I need to say. Commercially printed. Okay. I think I want something a little swirly here. Okay, I've got a little stamp. And then I need something sturdy. So I'm just kind of making a platform so that I can stamp on this. Okay. Do I want to go this way? I think so. Oh, that's pretty. Because see, now that's kind of peeking out behind. Let's do down here on the bottom. Okay. All right, that turned out. That's a thing. Okay. This is all my items that I think I want to use when I'm finishing this journal up. Okay, I got those two done. I kind of like that. Just a little touch in the corner, especially since I'm going to kind of split this like that. Okay, let's start gluing this down. Okay. Let's start with the sheet music. Spray a bit of gold glimmer on the flower. Oh, okay. That might be a way to get it to tone down from that pink. Yeah. Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, I have to decorate some envelopes like that, assuming that would tea-dyed colored paper. Yeah, it was tea-dyed paper and stamping in a blue square butterfly in the corner. Yeah, that was a faux envelope. It was a fake envelope. Okay, and then this one. I want it kind of up high. And I think I want that. I don't want to cover up the music all the way. All right, so I'm just going to put it over here. You've never seen printed doilies? Yeah, these are old. They were from years and years and years ago. I think it was during like Valentine's or something when I found these. And I haven't really used them because they're so big. I didn't really have a lot of call to use them. I think that'll work. And then we'll put this on the other side. Oh yeah, the metallic silver and metallic red. I've got some gold ones. I think there might be some heart shape pink and red ones in my little stash. Every time I find doilies, I've been trying to put them in this same little container. Okay. So let's see what happens if we spray this with some Tattered Angels. I've got... Well, that says it's... I'm getting out two different ones to see. This one's called Wild Vanilla, and this was a transparent gold from the Dancing Dragonflies kit. And I think this is going to get me closer to what I want. So let's spray that real fast. Uh-oh, is it going to work? This is brand new. It's like the whole mechanism doesn't want to go. Okay, let me get a new... I'll have to break it down and see if there's any way to use it. Okay, let's try this one. See, that kind of changes it up a little bit. It has a gold shimmer to it. I think that's what we needed. Okay. So, set these aside. I'm going to put this in front of the fan for a moment. Put something heavy on it so it doesn't blow away. Okay, so I want to glue this pocket down. I'm going to switch out what I have on top of here. There we go. So I want to glue this pocket down. And then I'll glue that rose kind of coming off the corner over here. I'm trying to make sure that it's straight. So I'm going to use a ruler along the edge so that when I put this down, I've got it where I want it. And I think I can kind of center it too. All right. Let's glue this. Fake gold. Scrap Delicious Delight had printed doilies. There's so many businesses that are no longer producing craft supplies. Somebody was asking for a specific type of fabric the other day, and she was like, nobody has it anymore. It's all gone since Hancock's closed, then Joann's closed. It's like even the small mom and pop fabric stores aren't really around anymore. It's like, wow. All right, is that where we want to put the little label? This is almost dry. Oh, I think that matches better now because it kind of matches the pink in the background and you can see it pretty good. All right, so I'm going to glue this down across the corner here. All right, fit where I want you. Let's do it right there. I like it. And I'm going to put the label over here in this corner. Ask for treats? No. Does that mean she's starting to have problems with her voice box and her esophagus? I mean, that normally when a cat starts making more deeper throated noises like that, there's something else going on. So is she really starting to do a bark, or does she have a problem? You have some doily dies too. They aren't as detailed, yeah, as the vintage ones. Yeah, definitely. You could die cut printer paper. You could even print or take a piece of scrapbook paper and die cut the doily like I've done here. Okay, I like this. And then for in the pocket to start with, I have a journal page that has these huge pockets on it. And we have, I think this one just has a blank card and some smaller cards in there. We can definitely add some distressing to those. And there's another card here. Okay, so that looks good. And then I have two more little elements. So let's start with this one. I'm going to move the journal out of the way because I'm not quite done with it. We may need to add some more stuff. All right, moving my stuff around. All right, so we've got this little piece. I don't really have anything on the inside. I guess we could stamp something in here. Why not? Why not, I say? I'm going to use the same little stamp. I don't know if I'm going to stamp off the edge, so. Okay, I like that look. And then we're going to do that. Opposite corner. So it kind of reminds you of like old stationery. That's what I think anyway. All right, so I don't really have anything in the corner. So let's pull out. What do we want to pull out now? I don't know if I have. I was looking for my little flowers. Oh, here we go. Let's look at this. Let's see if there's something in here. I see some pink back here. Maybe we'll be lucky and I have two pink little daisies. Although this is a rose. Not that one. That one's a bright pink. It's a different shade of pink. Those two match. I have these. Yeah, I think, well, we could go with these. Let's do that. Do them in opposite corners. And I think I have some leaves already cut, so let's pull those out. There they are. She's just being silly. Okay, I was just making sure because I know other people that their animals started making a weird noise. Come to find out they were having throat issues, so it was a good idea to check it out. What's in here? Oh, well, I have the word journal. Let's put that on there. Oh, I've got some music quotes. Maybe we'll use some of those. I'm going to set these right here. Because there's, what do I got, 3 different ones? Yeah. And then I can go find the music the music stickers. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I had a brain fart. I was thinking, okay, I want to do this, but do I want to do that? Do I want to do this or do I want to do that? Okay. Okay. Back in a few, Margie. Well, we're glad. We hope we're keeping you awake, little lady. Oh, I got more than one here. Okay, put that there. There. Oh, that would be a pretty project, Jennifer, who's the last person who commented. Julie, if you glue your doily, or not your doily, your paper, your napkin to the paper or substrate of some kind. And it doesn't have to be cardstock unless that's what you want. You could just put it on copy paper and then die cut it. I would make sure that you let that paper dry for a day or so. That way it doesn't gum up your die and tear or rip and not come out the way you want. All right, so these are just some plain journal cards that were in the pocket. So I thought, well, let's add some kind of decoration to them. Thank y'all very much. I'm glad you're liking this so far. What have y'all been working on this week? Let's see. We had a lot of work this week because my printer was down, and so I was playing catch up all week, and the holiday was the weekend before that, and so I did lots of work at the shop. And then Henry and I have been talking about rearranging our living room. So yesterday I said, well, it's too hot outside for you to be working. You need to come in here and help me for a few minutes. So I had basically told him I needed a table dismantled that we no longer use, and we don't have a place to put it. And it was cheap when we bought it. It's not worth anything to try to sell it. So I made him take it apart, and he did. And we put that out on the curb. Okay, what if... So then I finished cleaning and ended up getting it all rearranged where I wanted. So I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to look through my papers real fast to see if there's something. I could make little squares out of that. I have this pink rose flower paper. You know, I've had it forever. I haven't used it. So let's do that now. And I may want this. We'll put it on top. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is measure my base cards. I'm hoping that I can just cut this in half. And then I can just use the whole sheet up. So this is 5 inches across. I don't need this piece, so I know I want it to be shorter, but not by much. All right, so I think my card is 7.5. So if I take this to 7 1/4, that'll give me a nice little border. And then the journal card, if I take it to 4 3/4 for the other direction, there. And then I can layer this with this gel print. 4 3/4. And look, I reduced that big piece of paper to these 2 little pieces. All right, now I need this piece, because I think what I want to do is, I got too many of those. These are pretty close to the same width. So let's do this. Which one's bigger? That one is. Okay. I'm just kind of eyeballing how much of a border I want to have. So probably right about there. All right, so reduce that. Reduce, reduce, reduce. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is position this in the center and cut it to fit. Trying to decide if I need it a little bit smaller. All right, so there's this one that we'll put on here. And then I'll do this one. Yeah, belly band potential leftovers. Yeah, that's another. For sure. I find that most of the belly band elements I make, I can't always keep the items behind the band. I saw somebody that used paper clips on their belly band when they attached it to their card or base. They had a paper clip that was kind of hidden at the top, so that when you put something in, I don't know how it worked, but she was saying it did. I may have to look at that. All right, so I got these 2 pieces, so I need to distress all of those and then layer them together. I've already lost stuff. There it is. All right, I got to make sure that I don't get them out of order because they're cut according to each image. Okay, we're cooking with gas now. What is it, 4:44? Well, we've got 1 page completed, and we're about to finish a 2nd page. This goes there. On this one. Oh, you know what? I could also get out a doily. Little ones. I've got some of those round ones to put behind here. big as you can so it's a tight fit. Make the belly band wider. Yeah, I was looking at some ideas of belly bands, and I kind of agree with a little bit wider is better. Oh, I may want my Distress inks again. Okay, there's two. Sometimes they stick together. All right, this again, because I think if I do either put it below or right dead center, I'm kind of thinking making it offset a little bit. Okay, yeah. Add some distressing to it. Since there's two of them, I've got them layered on top of each other, which helps give them a little bit of heft, strength, so it doesn't rip on me. What else have I been doing? So I worked on the house and mopped the floors because the sofa, we moved it and it hasn't been moved in a long time. So it was dusty under there. And I moved some other stuff. It was dusty under there. It's like, oh my gosh. Our living room looks huge now since I've got that other table out of there. Okay, I think I like that. So I'm going to glue this down. Oh yeah, a hidden. I think that's what somebody else was saying, was doing the hidden paper clip. I was digging through one of the drawers behind me of projects that I've completed that I haven't used in a journal yet. So I'm kind of trying to think of ideas of journals I want to do next, and I want to use the. I got a few of them. It looks like four of them. So this is a belly band. And then it has a little, oh, it's upside down. Oh, no, it wasn't. Okay. It has a little flaps, and there's like a pocket here. There's a pocket here. There's a pocket there. And then this flips over, and there's a pocket here. There's a pocket here. This is a card, and there's another journal card there. So it wouldn't be too difficult to put that on a book page, journal page, and then just slip something like a large card behind there. It won't fall out as easily. And so I saw all of these. I'm like, I need to make something with these, and they're all bulky. So I'm trying to decide, do I make like a ephemera book that's smaller but just has a bunch of different pieces in it? I don't know. I can't decide yet. But I have all those, and I want to use them on something. All right, I'm going to go ahead and glue. This is a actual gel print, not a photocopy of one. So I'm going to use the Beacon. This is Faber-Tag, but I think it's the same stuff. I'm sure it isn't. That's why they have to package it the way that they do. And this is a good way to use up those gel prints. I like doing them in, subtle colors that match really close together, like the two different shades of pink done here on this one. Makes it easy if you're working on a pink page. You can just grab the pinks. Well, Julie, do you have a notebook right now? Grab a notebook and write these down. And then the next thing to do after you've written it down is to make an example. Make one. Okay, I think what I need to do is kind of put glue over here. There we go. I mean, you should have a journal, right, Julie? Because we keep making these journals, but what are we doing? I have been thinking about, and I haven't done it yet, making an example journal. And I don't know if that's what I want to do or not. I have some more of the 12 by 12 pages left. I like the way that looks. And I've been trying to think of what to put on those pages. And maybe that's what I do, is just kind of use that as a, here's an idea. You know, you write down, use coffee dyed paper, fold into envelope shape, decorate like an envelope, add that to a journal page. I don't know. I mean, is that... Okay, I'm trying to decide where I want this one. Something like that. Yeah, plenty of journals. When everybody says, what do you do with their journals? Well, as Margie likes to say, I pet them a lot. And I intend to write in them, but I don't always write in them. I need to just set a dedicated time and sit down and start journaling. I found some notes that I made back from 2017 about a art show that I had attended as a vendor, and it showed some of the stuff that I sold, which were greeting cards and handmade jewelry. And the arc of my life, all the things that I've done. Okay, like it. Isn't that kind of pretty? Petting journals. All right, so these, I'm not going to add any more bling to it because I don't want it to catch up on the pocket. And not as in that red tomato paste stuff. I didn't want it to catch while going in there. And then this is going to go in here. And then I have a couple of little cards. And I'm thinking, since I have such a wide pocket, do I want to put a word phrase on the outside? I put journal on the inside. Let's look at the word phrases. They're laying here. I did not put them away. I've got Destiny is Calling. And how about Expect Great Things? Okay. Put that back in there. Okay. Welcome back, Jennifer. Thank you for being here. We're so glad that you could be a part of our live stream today. All right. Destiny is calling. Do you hear it hollering? Let's put that back in. Uh-oh. We had crashage. The bling exploded. Okay. We got this. All right, so that's going to go in the pocket. These are already have something on them, so I'm going to put those in the pocket. So I have these two pieces. Let's start with this one. I'll move my paper clips out of the way. So basically, it's a piece of watercolor paper. I cut a piece of scrapbook paper, and then I have raspberry. I just thought it would be a cute little card, real simple. This is 2 rubber stamps. So look at your rubber stamps and see if there's a way that you can make an embellishment out of what you already have. I mean, this is 2 stamps, the raspberry and the word raspberry. There's a hair on the desk here. But you could use a rose or a daisy. You can just stamp them. You could color them like the original colorway. Since raspberries are kind of a pinkish red, I thought that would work. So now we have a card we can write on the backside. Yeah, expect great things, but accept the little things too. For sure, for sure. All right, set that over there. And then this one is a piece of ivory cardstock. It's not real heavy. This is a page out of a small hymnal that I had. I don't even know if I have the book or if that's something that somebody else gave me. And then I found this little piece of scrapbook paper. And this is one of Norella's little, paint swatches. I think is what she called it. Something like that. I kind of feel like I need some pink on. All right, so let's do this. Let's stamp in pink. So I've got picked raspberry. I'm going to clean my stamp off real fast. I'm just using alcohol. So I just sprayed it on there, let it set for just a moment. And then I've got a rag down here. I bought these little dish towel holders. It's a round, I don't know, round device that has a piece of rubber in the middle, but it's got an X in it. So that when you poke your finger in it, the little X will grab onto the towel. And I'm always trying to find a towel in my craft room. So I stuck one to the underside of my table. So it's easy to find. All right, so I'm going to stamp all the way around. So that'll give us some coverage on our card with a color. And it's staying in theme. Okay, I like that. And then layer this on top. I think that looks good. All right, let me clean my stamp back off. I just need water this time. I did the alcohol earlier because I had basically, what is that? That solvent permanent ink, and I didn't want it to contaminate my distress oxide. All right. I like it. All right, let's glue this down. Oh, you know what? We have this little pink flower here we can use. And I've got the other portions of the flower out still so I can get my green leaves. Okay, I like that. She wants more treats, obsessed with treats. Do you ever feed that poor cat, Margie? Are we going to have to turn you in for treat neglect because you don't give your pet enough treats? Call the authorities now. Margie's not giving her enough treats. If she's like my dog, Oreo, if you were to accidentally drop that treat bag on the floor, he would eat that until he made himself sick. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. Because he did it once. He found a bag of dog food and proceeded to eat it until it made him absolutely miserable. It's like, dude, you did it to yourself. Okay, I got that. Let's do this. I think this works out pretty good, using my rubber stamped images and some digital and some scraps. Okay. I didn't use any music ephemera, but I think I still could. Let's see. I'm trying to put some stuff away. Okay. There's the music ephemera, so let's get that out. All right, let's bring the journal back over here, and then we're going to start adding our elements and see if we need to add some bling and if I should add the music instruments. Like here, we don't have anything else embellishing, but I do have, like I could put this little French horn, and I'm going to try to add a little bit of the beacon glue. Okay, so I'm going to put this right here in this corner. I think that worked out. The keyboard's finally gone. It's not you, Margie. It's the keyboard. Oh, look, I have another one. Should I do the other one with the same instrument, or should we do a different instrument? Let me get it out of the pocket. Remove thyself from the pocket. I have the drum. Maybe the drum, or I have the oh, let's do this one. I forgot what it was called. Okay. Glue. I thought Margie said she had a new keyboard and it was finicky. I am picky about my keyboards. Years and years and years ago, I got an ergonomic keyboard where I worked. And basically, it's a curved keyboard. It's designed that when you're using it, I don't know if I can get it up there. When you're using it, it's actually curved to your natural curve of your hands. It's even got a rise on it. And you can see this has been through it. It needs to be dusted. It's underneath here. But I have another one of these at the shop. And if this one dies, I'm going to be ordering one to replace it like ASAP, because I have to have that type of keyboard. I sit down at a regular keyboard and I'm just annoyed. So anybody that tries to use my computer at the shop or here, they sit down and Henry's like, I don't know how you use that keyboard. At the shop, my computer is a laptop. So the keys to the laptop are available, but I don't use those. I use a separate keyboard. And he's like, I'm so glad this other computer's here so I can use that keyboard. Keyboards. We have to have the ones we have to have. Okay, so just add a little bit of that. And then this can go in our pocket here. And then we've got this journal card. Well, is it going to go in? There we go. I may put it in the back just because this one sticks out so much. And I thought I had, here they are. I had some more. I'll put this one back here. There. It's chunky. It's a chunky pocket. All right, let's get some bling. And we needed a word phrase, right? I keep hearing weird noises, so I had to look around. Okay, what do we got here? We got find a passion. What else we have in here? Stay wild. Oh, I have a little butterfly we could put on here. Let's do that. Let's do the butterfly. And then we'll do stay wild. Stay wild. Now, do we want it here? Or does it need to go here? In the middle? Just trying to hold that butterfly down for a moment. In that corner, maybe? It's a loaded pocket. Type with 2 fingers. Oh, that's hilarious. Well, I'm pretty good at typing. I'm pretty quick. I took typing class in high school, and then went to work in the industry where I had to use a computer all the time. So I can type pretty quick. I'm gonna put it in the corner here. I like it. All right, we need some bling, so I've got that here. Try to make sure I get that squished. Squish. What you doing, Dante? Did you come to see me, buddy? Hi. What's up? He's just sitting under my feet. Oh my goodness. What are you doing? What are you doing, buddy? Oh, I guess I didn't get that one cut apart. What are you doing, Dante? All right, and then this one can go over here. What are you doing? You sniffing? He's looking to see if I lost anything today. Want to say hello? Yeah. Hi. How are you? Are you having a good day? Did you know poodles can't keep their tongues to themselves? Hey, Jennifer, when are you going to come see me and meet Dante? Oh, yeah, typing in 7th grade, never used it much. I got you. Well, you're not in practice. Oh, you y'all awake now? You all yawny. What's that mean, buddy? All right, so we put some bling here, here, here. I think that looks good. And let's flip it to the next page. Flip it. All right, so here I have some things I started. I think I'm going to go see if he wants to go outside while I kind of move these things around. And this is going to go on here. Okay, so this is my next page set. I'll let you look at that. Yes, you need to come see me. I have egg cartons for you. I'll be right back. See if Dante wants to go outside. Okay. So Dante wanted to go outside. That's why he came to me. I'm glad because he's learning. Come get me. I guess what we need is I need one of those buttons that broadcasts it to me through my headphones so I could hear it. Yeah, go come back up mess up my stack of stuff. All right, so here's what I've got. I've got a couple elements to make a card or two, and then I have this decorative cardstock that I thought could be a pocket on this page. And then I have a fairy from Calico Collage. And then I made a piece of paper that I thought could be a pocket. So on this page, I'm kind of mixing pink and blue together. This whole spread is going to have pink and blue mixed together on the pages, not just separate. Well, good. I hope you'll come out soon. Just let me know when you have a day available if you want to come out, or I can come to the city if you have a friendly place to meet. Yeah, let me know. I can bring him to your house and your doggies can beat up on him because he thinks he should be rambunctious and jump on other dogs. And I keep saying, no, don't do that. I think it needs a little more pink, so I was going to put some right behind her. We have one here in Yukon that allow dogs to come in, and I've taken Dante once, and he did pretty good considering, he's still a puppy, and no one complained about it. I mean, they said that we were welcome, so I like the pink. Yeah, I wish we could all get together in person, right? All right, so I'm going to glue these two pieces down. He's so cute. Thank you. All right, I'm going to give him another couple of minutes, and then I'm going to go look. I didn't shut the back door all the way, but here's what's funny. He's 7 months old, and he doesn't push a door open. I'm thinking, dude, he's just polite, I guess. Or he's afraid of the door. I don't know. But I've left it slightly cracked, but not a whole lot. We have a doggy door off the back of the house, but the inner door to that room we keep shut because it's a fire door and it's heavier and it keeps the AC in. I'm just kind of lining that up like this. Okay. I like it. And then this was a gel print that I went ahead and glued a doily on it. And then I was going to fold this edge over and fold this edge over. I feel like this isn't all the way. Okay. And then this way. And I'm just going to cut off the excess here. I'm his servant, right? It's all about the Dante. It's like, I can't do that, Mama. I'm afraid of the door. The door will get me. As it should be, Margie says. Oh, I see what I can use now. Okay. I'm going to put this down. I'm kind of just decorating this pocket on the fly here. So that's going to go this way. And I thought, well, I'll put this little piece of blue, and this is going to be an extra pocket on top. Now, do I want to put this as it is, or should I put a pink square behind the butterfly? Do we want a little piece of pink? I'm looking at it. All right, I'll give y'all a moment to comment if I should put the pink or just put the butterfly without it. Let me go get him. Because he's probably not going to want to come in. I had to go get him. Pink. All right. I'll add the pink. He was out there wandering around. He loves the heat. The other day, Henry went out and he was laying in the sun. And the surface he was laying on, Henry has a heat gun that you can point on it. And I think it said 125 and maybe more. That's a lot for a dog to be laying and he start cooking. All right, let's put some Distress ink on the pink square. Pink, pink, pink. Everybody says pink. All right, so now we can just glue these together. I already glued that down. Using up all the little scraps. Yes, we can. I think I like that. And then, do we want to do, how about leave? Yeah. Okay. And then we'll glue this down as a pocket. I think I'm going to add some Distress inks to this edge where the doily was folded over. There we go. He wanted to be a hot dog. Hot diggity dog. It's too hot, I kept saying. He's black. That dark hair. Ugh. I said, you're a hot, hot dude. He just kind of looks at me. I had to pick him up because sometimes he's being a little stinker when you say, hey, Dante, come here. He'll look at you like, I don't know if I want to do that right now. And we're like, Dante, come. Yeah, I'm just not feeling it. This is my monologue. No, I'm just not feeling it. I don't think that's what I want to do right now. Is I don't want to come to you, So then I walk towards him and he's like, yeah, I definitely don't want to go to you. I'm like, dog, stop it. So we've been trying to get a little more creative, you know, Dante Boo, what you doing? And be real update and say, come here. Then he'll come to you sometimes. We got to keep working on that recall. Get him to come to you when we want him to come to us, not when he wants to come to us. That's not how this works, buddy. Your dog had a high body temperature normally? I don't remember what a typical dog's temperature is. I think I would have to look that up. Okay, I like the way this is turning out. All right, so we're getting the pink and the blues. Oh, you came back to see me again, Dante Poo. You're sniffing my shoes. All right, so these are going to go in the pocket. This was just a piece of paper that I used the Distress Oxide with the blending brush, and then I stamped over it with a little leaf. And this is an old. It's where I got the inspiration. I think it's a Dozens of Terrific Stamps, or no, it wasn't Close to My Heart. It might have been Close to My Heart or Stampin' Up. It's one of those that I stamped in a teal ink. And this is from Calico Collage Forget Me Not. So those are going to go in that pocket when that dries. And then since this is a big pocket here, I wanted to make another journal card. So this time I have another piece of that pink paper that I made into a pocket. And I went ahead and took it to my sewing machine because I wanted it to have stitches. What are you doing down there, buddy? Did I drop some cashews earlier? I was eating some cashews. And I also have some banana chips. He loves banana chips. So I was thinking of putting that like down here on the bottom of this card. So we get the blue and the pink together. Forget me nots. Okay. So this is going to go right here. All right, what did I do with it? I was going to put this little fairy right here. And I think I put the labels away earlier, so yeah, there they are. We could put a blue label on that pink. I think that blue would work. And then we can find a phrase to put on top. I always forget them. I always forget them. How about, do we want to do Be Extraordinary with a little label above? Let's do that. Let's make that little decoration. Now, let's put that down. And then we'll put down the word phrase. And then let's do the little label. Little label. That looks good. All right, for the pocket here, I have a little journal card that fits, and then I happen to have a scrap of this napkin from when we cut it off the page. I'm trying to decide, this is the straight edge. Yeah, we'll just do it on here. So I am going to put, let's see how thick that needs to go. Little trail of glue, and then I'll go up to the edge. There we go. And then we'll just cut off. I'll need this again in a moment. I think cut off the excess. I put the stupid scissors where they belong. Okay. Well, that's right. Margie probably doesn't know, Julie, that you sold your house and moved into an apartment. You don't have to work anymore. You're living the retired life. Set this back in here. I just thought that would be pretty. And then this can go in this pocket. And then I have another larger piece. So to give me a little more room, move this over here for a moment. All right, so these are the items that I want to put in or around, I think. Wait. Yes. I'm missing some pieces. Okay. Yeah, that goes over here. All right. So, first thing is I have a digital from Calico Collage that I trimmed to be smaller to go on this piece of blue cardstock. Well, as long as you don't buy a lot of stuff, be very frugal, you can probably go for a long time, right? I think I have already the ability, if I want, to get one of my pensions, but I've been waiting to see if it would be better to wait a few more years before we start collecting that. Because I can't remember if it is until death or if it's for a time frame. Because some pensions are, you know, for 20 years they'll pay. All right, so that's the base. And then I was thinking I would make a pocket to go on the page out of this rose, but I don't want the whole thing. So I've got a book page here. I'm just going to glue this down to the book page, and then I'll either fussy cut or tear this image to make my pocket. So I'm going to come in from the edge just a little bit so that if I want to use that as the gusset, I can. All right, I'm thinking. All right, let's tear. And I think I'm going to just kind of tear all the way across here. Okay, so now I'm just going to trim this off and trim this corner. So I've got this piece now. I might find something for that, I don't know. All right, and now I'm going to fold this over. And let's fold this over. So now I've made a little pocket. And I don't know if I'm going to leave this tab here, because in theory, if I don't, then I can have a much larger card sticking in here. I'm going to go ahead and tear this. Yeah, let's do that. So let's add some distress inks to that edge and then see what else we want to do here. Oh, gotcha. He's talking about selling a car. You know, we decided to go with an electric car, and a lot of people say, but then you have to have electricity. I said, well, I have to have fuel. You have to have electricity to get fuel, so you're still the same. And we have found that the cost of maintaining an electric car is so minimal. You don't have to get oil changes. You don't have to worry about getting special additive fuel to your car. You just basically have to worry about tires for the most part. That's what we've done with Henry's electric car. Our electric bill last month, I'm saying the last month, which was May, because I don't think Henry's got the June bill. He may have it. He said it was like $150 for our house. And that's a huge, basically 4-bedroom house, 2-bath, that we have the air conditioner during the night until 2 p.m. at 72 degrees because we like it cold. And that was charging our 2 cars, which was a whole lot less than buying fuel. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I had this. I was like, what was in this space up here? So I have a piece of lace, a piece of fabric, and then I have a little blue butterfly. I kind of feel like maybe we need another little piece of blue under there. But to start with, I'm going to go ahead and glue these down. Let's see if this one's going to work. Yeah, it doesn't want to come out of the bottle. Cooperate. Okay. So we've been real happy with our car. And it's so much less expensive to maintain. And honestly, his car is a Fiat 500. Julie, look that up. Fiat 500. It's a little bitty car. And what makes it nice is if we go somewhere and we need to find a parking spot where a big old car couldn't get in, this little car can get into that spot. I hope I didn't go too far out. My car is a Mustang Mach-E. It was a year old when I bought it and had only 400 miles on it, and it's electric. And I'm like, why did you guys not drive this car? It's really nice. Okay, I'm going to put this here. Do we need... Oh, I have some of this rickrack. Let's see if this is too much. It has some silver in it. I think we'll do that. All right, let's get the fabric scissors. Oh. All right, let's go from here to here. Put the scissors back. Put the trim away as it starts to unravel. There. All right, I think that's what it needed. It was that little dark blue. I'm liking this journal, y'all. I hope y'all are enjoying this. Trying to put enough glue on the back. But there it is. I lost the lid for a moment. Just lost my lid. Okay. There we go. Trying to wipe away some of the excess glue. Okay. And then we'll put that on top. So a little more subtle in the blue and the pinks together. All right. I don't know what else I'm going to put on here. We may put, you're enjoying it? Okay, good. Maybe a blue label down here. I'm going to have to make more. Get out all my little scraps again and make a few. Maybe this blue. That might work there. Close the zipper bag. Because the other day, I thought a zipper bag was closed, and it wasn't, and a bunch of Lego went everywhere. How about create magic? I think that works. Create magic. All right, so I've got a small journal card that I can tuck right in there. And this, so now I'm finding that all of these are too short for in here. So I thought I saw, I have this piece of dark blue cardstock that if I put that in there, I could put a pocket on it. Do I want to do that? So let's cut it to here. Let's see how this looks. So I was going to put that on here. And then I've got some other cards. So if I make a pocket on this page, that could hold these two. And then this is a bigger card. So my thinking was if I put that in there, and then I could put this, well, I could put it back here. Let's just do that. Let's just make this one unit. I've got another piece of this napkin that I cut up. So I'm just going to put my glue stick down. And glue down the napkin. I'm going to kind of go to the edge because it's got a jagged edge on it. And I want to cut that off. So first I'm going to cut off this edge. And then we'll go this way. And then we'll go this way. Got a little sliver, All right, so that's going to be a journal card. I've got to cut the corners. And I need to add some distress ink. All right, so that's stuck down. Now we need something to make a pocket on here. And I still have some of this paper left over. So why not use that? Yeah. And I'm thinking I could probably get away with 2 inches, maybe 2.5. Oh, you have some labels I might like? Well, yeah. Well, then, see, now you got another excuse that you have to come see me. Or let me come meet you. One or the other. Okay. Seems like this is crooked for some reason. Maybe it was an optical illusion, but I think it was crooked. So my thinking was putting a pocket here, and then we can put all those things in it. So I need a piece of paper. That'll work. Okay. Close that up for a moment. Why waste any of it? So I'm just going to glue it down right to the edge so that it gives it a little more stability. It's just copy paper that was made into a gel print. Okay. Now I'm going to trim, leaving a little gap at the bottom. And I want to take this. That's still wet. Still wet. Okay, so this goes from here to here. So how far is that? Let's do 1 inch. All right, so I'm going to score at 1 inch on both sides. Okay, I'm going to come over here and do 1 inch. Come on. The paper's still a little damp from gluing it. So my thinking was that would be a good size of a pocket. So if we glue that on the page, and then this can go in the pocket. All right, I want to trim this back a little bit. Do the same over here. And then I'm going to trim the corners off like so. Then we can add some distress inks and see what else we want to use to decorate with. One laundry load in the machine. Oh, good job. All right, don't need that paper clip. So I need to put some distressings on these two pieces, and then I need to find something to decorate the pocket. We did use the fairies, and I think I have some more. So since this whole page is kind of fairies, why not get, oh, I need to do this one, a couple of fairy images. Trying to make sure that that glue stick dries. All right, so let's glue this down. Might look for, oh, I need the other glue. A piece of paper to paste on the back side. Do we want, yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. Where are we? 5:47. All right, I think we're going to finish this page and then stop until next week. And I think that'll leave me with, I want to think there's only 1, 2. Yeah, I think there's only 3 pages or 3 12 by 12 pages left to finish this journal. Fairies. It's a little blonde-haired fairy. Something on the card. Okay. Oh, we may want one for the back. Okay. So I like that. And maybe another label. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to make some more blue ones. I've used so many. It's a different shade of blue, but I think that's okay. Put that back in here. We could put, do we want a flower? I have these other flowers here. Oh, I already put them away. Okay. That's the labels. Okay. See what other flowers I have. I have yellow. Don't see any pink or different shade of blue. Oh, I got this shade of blue. Oh, there's one already cut up. Okay. Now, do we also want the greenery? Must have the greenery. That is, if I can find it. Ah, there it was. Yeah. Okay, I think I like that. Just a little cutesy collage. Do we want the fairy? I think right there would be good. Okay, I think I like that. Cuppy is yelling at you. Margie, why are you not complying? Why aren't you complying? You have one job, Margie, to keep the cat happy. Regardless if the demands seem a little too much. Poor kitty cat. I think we should just take that kitty cat away from you. Oh, okay, I like that. I thought I already used that one, so let's look at a different one. How about let your light shine? Is that too big? That's too big. That don't fit. It don't fit. We could do be extraordinary. I have a few of those, but not quickly enough. Oh, Margie. Maybe I wasn't going to cover up the label, but maybe that works. So we got pink and blue. Okay. I like it. I like it a lot. Alrighty. So now we have an item to put in the pockets. This is the back side. I haven't really added anything to it. So how about if I just add this little cherub in the corner? Well, it's a fairy, but I'm trying to be cutesy. So we have writing space, if we want it, on the back side, sans the fairy in the corner. Okay. I'm stretching that out. And then these should go in the pocket. I didn't put anything. This is still wet. Okay. Where's my little anti-static bag? There's still some sticky to it. If you don't have one of these little anti-static bags, you can use talcum powder. You can use baking soda if you want. All right. Since it's still not quite dry, I'm going to turn around backwards. But I like the way that looks in there. And then this is going to go in here. I didn't put anything on the back, but maybe we'll do that another time because I think I'm running out of time. So let's go back to the journal when I drop stuff. All right, so we've got this big pocket to hold this giant pocket card. And then I have this pocket card that we can put in here. And then over here in this pocket, we have that card or tag, I mean, and these two tags. I guess I could add some bling to that. Since we're running out of time, we'll do that next week. I may add some ribbon to this piece just so we have the variety there. And then these are some of the past pages that we've done. I went back and I added some rhinestones every once in a while. Little pink, or not pink, blingy rhinestones. Golly, look at all this I've done. Oh yeah, I forgot about the gold foil. I think I'm going to do some more of that gold foil. Rules. rules. I like how this turned out. I think that's really a pretty page over here with the blues and then the pinks on this side. That turned out really good. And then here we are on this page. So next week we'll finish this side, and then I have 2 more pages that I think should go pretty quick. And my goal is to then be able to do the covers. I may do some prep work and just explain it during the live. I haven't decided yet. Well, if y'all haven't already, join the raffle, ! Raffle. I gotta get a piece of paper so I can write down who's going to win the 200 junk bucks. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty. I think in the giveaway, oh, I just have Jennifer. She's in the junk bucks. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Margie. All right, I'm giving you a little bit longer if you want to join the raffle. Otherwise, Jennifer's going to win by default. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So let's see. Next week, we're going to work on this side and then the other 2 pages and the cover. That's my goal. And I am trying to decide what's going to be my next project. I have a bunch of mixed media papers that I've made, and I've been trying to think of another way to use some of those. And I also just love the colors and the variety that I can get. Not necessarily trying to pair it with a digital, but more of the junk journal pages made out of journal books and junk mail that has been gel printed on. I can't get my words out. Yeah, and I just really appreciate y'all being here. Let's pick the winner of the 200 junk bucks, and it is the Mrs. Edmondson. All right, so let me find her. Where is it? I gotta go to users. I gotta search. I gotta put TAEMRS's. Oh, that's not the right thing. Where is it? Oh, here it is. That's why it didn't look right. All right, there you are. Junk Master. Well, now you have 200 more junk bucks to go with your 18,000 that you already have. Ah, thank y'all again for being here today and hanging out with me. I greatly appreciate your support, your thumbs up, your donations, your taking the time to hang out here. If you would, after this video is over, leave me a comment on what you liked most about today. Love to know what you're working on, what your next projects are. Maybe it'll inspire somebody that's watching my video in playback if they weren't here today. Be kind. You never know what someone else is going through out there, and your act of kindness may be the thing that tips them to the side of good, if you will, where they are surviving the day and thriving forward because of your kindness that you shared with them. Y'all have an amazing week. Know that you are loved and cared for, and say a prayer for those that we spoke about today. And if you have a what is that? Unspecified prayer request, you can say unspecified if you don't want to share. But we'll see you next week. Y'all take care. Do something creative. Get in your creative space and make something, however small it may be. Make a little something. If you would, share it in the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. I know that others would love to see what you're doing too, what inspired you to create, okay? All right. Lots of love, everybody. Bye, everybody.